In a world where zombies rule the land, smart, innovative people will have to invent things for the sake of humankind. We will have to take things that were useful for a different purpose and put it to use for more practical purposes. Hunting, escaping the unliving, and powering up your hideout will all become essential for survival. Some people may have began already thinking of innovative ways to create objects that may help us from becoming extinct. Here are the best homemade inventions for the zombie apocalypse. Number 10. Duct tape hammock. Duct tape can really do quite a few things during the zombie apocalypse, but building a sturdy sleeping space off the ground could prove to be extremely useful. Any possible problem you might have can ultimately be solved if you got some handy-dandy duct tape. And possibly one of the most redneck inventions of all time, the duct tape hammock should be sturdy enough to fit yourself. But you might need an extra layer if you want to hold up Aunt Betty and Uncle Jimbo. Number 9. The Poopmobile. Sometimes the only things that might make you stop during a long road trip are gasoline and the restroom. Although it's a zombie apocalypse and no one's going to care where you do your business, it would still require you to stop your vehicle. You certainly don't want to encounter any zombies during such a vulnerable moment. Many problems, not just for zombie escapers, happen when you're driving and can't find a place to relieve yourself. With the Poopmobile, you can do your business while driving and you won't even need to purchase any diapers. Number 8. Zombie lawnmower. This seems like a pretty good vehicle to mow down zombies. A lawnmower seems like it could show quite a few good qualities in case you're dealing with zombies in a rural area. First, it can help you trim down that high grass that zombies might choose to hide behind. And second, you can add a heavy machine gun like this guy did. He's also got a baseball bat handy in case things start to get up close and personal. This homemade patrol vehicle can even fit a member of your zombie team in the back as long as he can hold on tight. Number 7. The couch boat. If you really don't feel like roughing it out for a long period of time in the forest far, far away from zombies, you can always consider a more cozy alternative by going with this and trying to make this invention. Make sure you stock up on supplies and take this couch boat out to sea. This will let you hang out on the water where zombies can't make it, and you can also be a couch potato without being worried that zombies are going to break into your house. If you got a fishing rod on board, it'll almost be like fishing from the comfort of your own living room. Number 6. Slingshot Launcher. Let's make it clear that giant slingshots might not be powerful enough to seriously damage zombies, but it'll certainly make for a great launcher for anything like Molotov cocktails or even hand grenades. This man here in this photo constructed a giant slingshot that fires with a trigger and it can send a soccer ball about 100 yards. This form of launching will allow for little to no noise while launching your projectile of choice. Number 5. Homemade Pea Shooter. Although this wouldn't work great against zombies, it should be able to help you take out a bird in the tree in order for you to get dinner. It's really simple to make and only requires a water bottle or even a small pipe, a balloon, a rubber band, and or some duct tape. First, cut off the bottom of the water bottle, then cut off the thin part of the balloon. Get some duct tape and secure it around the opening of the bottle, and that's pretty much all you need to do. It can fire various projectiles such as coins, rocks, pens, barbecue skewers, and much, much more. It can also fire with accuracy at about 30 feet or so at a high velocity. Just make sure you wear some protective glasses first. Larger projectiles such as skewers should be able to cause a little bit of damage at close range. Number 4. Coathanger bow and arrow. We all know how useful a bow and arrow and even a crossbow can be an extremely useful tool during the zombie apocalypse, but trying to make one isn't always easy. This is, of course, if you don't have a coat hanger and a rubber band. You'll need a coat hanger that looks like this with the hooks on the edge like we see here. The rubber bands will be placed on the hooks and you'll need more skewer sticks for arrows. You can decide on a creative way to add some fletches. Duct tape should work fine. Consider adding multiple rubber bands to make it more powerful too. Add as many as you can until the arrow doesn't pull back too far past the top of the coat hanger. You can also consider getting a pair of pliers and cutting off the top hook part of the hanger. Number 3. Thermite Cannon. This guy Colin in this photo comes up with some pretty crazy stuff in order to survive the apocalypse. One thing he came up with was this thermite cannon, which can be extremely useful in a zombie apocalypse. It's a little bit more destructive than the coat hanger as well. Thermite is basically a combustible composition of metal powder and can create small bursts of fire and use in incendiary grenades or tracer rounds. Once this stuff begins to burn, it can be difficult to put out, which should help turn zombies into dust. He made a handheld launcher that can shoot this stuff about 30 feet away. He made everything from scratch, including the shells containing thermite and the steel-made frame. The thermite cartridge is loaded and then lit with a small blowtorch. Once the projectile is launched, it leaves a small path of destruction. Number 2. Beer Can Solar Power. During the zombie apocalypse, you'll definitely need at least one way to keep your hideout properly equipped with some type of energy. Solar power might be a proper choice if you live in a sunny area and you can figure out how to actually harness the energy of the sun. This man used a total of 44 cans instead of using copper tubes. The sun's rays can heat up the beer cans, which releases hot air, and it was even used to heat up his water heater to 51 degrees Celsius or 123 degrees Fahrenheit. Although it might be a little bit tricky to recreate, we're sure if this guy did it, so can you. It only costs him $53 to make, not including the contents of the can. Number 1. The OneMan Tank. Some really innovative people during the apocalypse will certainly come in handy, especially if they can make stuff like this. This treaded homemade automobile looks like it's ready to take on the challenges behind any terrain it comes across. It almost looks like he removed a large amount of a body from the lawnmower to help decrease the weight and added larger wheels from a different automobile to make up the treads. It's not clear exactly how he did this or how it would work, but he's definitely onto something with this idea. He might be able to make more improvements by adding a plow or a mounted machine gun for added effectiveness.
Now, wasn't that a cool video, guys? We know you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to American Eye for more videos just like this. We'll see you there.